Hey guys, welcome back from Classic Work. Today I thought I would take a little while and show you, if you're wanting to build a service rig or build a welding rig, some of the things that you may want to consider when you're doing it. Information is a great thing, and having a little bit helps a lot. So I'm just going to show you all a few things on my service truck. If you're a fan of the show, you've probably seen it before. It's a 99 Ford 550, and this is the brush guard that I built a few months back. I did a video on the steel pipe miter, but you can take a good look at it. Pretty good looking brush guard, not bad for made from scratch. And one thing that I love that I did is I've got a quick connector for jumper cables. This system right here is super awesome. You can really, if you're having problems jumping somebody off, a lot of times it's either a bad connection on their battery or yours, and that takes all the guesswork out of it being yours. So very nice. Anyways, the 550 has got the 7.3 international motor in it. It's a 6-speed. Pretty clean old truck for 99, so it's 16 years old. So yeah, pretty good. This here's my baby up here. This is my 1973 SA 200 Lincoln Welder, and I'll talk more about it when we get back over to the other side. But I was going to show you this side over here. This is the driver's side. I've got it mostly set up for mechanic tools, and I've got my oxygen acetylene and my compressed air on this side. I've got my oxygen acetylene bottle sitting in the middle between them. But we'll look at the first door here. Most of this is just general practice electrical and some pneumatic tools. I keep my woodworking toolbox in here just for small jobs. And if I need anything else, I bring it in the shop and put it in here. The middle door, I keep all my oxygen acetylene stuff up here. And I've got taps and dies and sockets and O-ring picks and nut drivers and all kinds of good stuff up there. And then I got more oxygen acetylene stuff here. There's my jumper cables, super skookum, heavy gauge. I think that's like a 4 gauge, I believe, maybe 2 gauge. Good stuff. I keep my cordless drill in here and all my TIG rods. And then on the back door back here, I keep my pipeline and TIG rig. And I keep all my chemicals up here, starting fluid, paint, hornet killer, that kind of stuff. And on the bottom down here, I usually keep my portaband, and I keep some spare leads for the back of the truck. And then I got my water cooler, obviously. Now, here's something pretty cool. This is not factory, as you can tell. I just took a piece of pipe and I welded it straight to the bed, and off of that, I put this umbrella on. Now, I live in Mississippi, and it gets hotter than Satan's butt crack here, and having shade around with you is super awesome. I mean, it keeps it cooler so the ice stays longer. It's all around better. So good thing to have. Ice. Now this one right here is super duper old. It is a Rock Island, I believe that's the name of it, and it, for as old as it is, still works fairly well. But yeah, good old heavy vise. Here I've got my Montezuma toolbox. Okay, now I love these boxes. Very good design and organization. If you can tell here, they've got pegs up here for all your wrench sizes. And the way this box is designed, it's got flat top right here and slant top right here. So when you close it, this closes on top of this and keeps these wrenches from jumping off on rough ground. Also keeps screwdrivers and sockets in place too, thanks to that slant top. And just do a little pan. Very great design. One thing I love about it, if you're working with somebody that don't take care of your stuff like you do, they may borrow one of your sockets, and you go to look to put things up, and you know you didn't take that socket off, but you know that it's missing. So super handy. And cool things about this one is the socket rack lifts up. You can put some other stuff on the bottom, like pliers, and also the bottom one does too. So keep chisels and files and general stuff, and then you've got room up under here for even bigger stuff. So great design. I got my tailgate down here, and you can see that I can store stuff up under the Montezuma, which does help quite a bit. But anyways, we'll walk around this side. One great thing about this truck is it has a 2,400 pound auto crane on it, which is super nice. I tell you, when you have something this big on here, you find ways to make it work. Like, even if you don't need it, you will find a reason to use it, so you ain't got to strain your back out, strain your guts out. And anyways, up under the crane, I keep a lot of my clamps and lifting stuff. There's my cable box for the crane, and hydraulic jacks and come-alongs and all kinds of hookup stuff. One thing I forgot to mention about the crane is all of it is electrical, so there's no PTO that you have to have on the engine. So I can hook the crane up right now and pick it up. It runs off the battery of the truck. So super nice. You ain't got to listen to the truck idle all day. So very handy. Walking on down, this here's one thing I forgot to mention again, sorry, is this side, this whole side is dedicated more to welding. So when I pull up to something, this is the side I'm going to put the work on. And all this, I keep all my grinders and metalworking stuff, hammers and pry bars and squares and wraparounds and all that good stuff. And then over here is the business end, which is my lead racks. Now, one thing I love about having lead reels, these are great reels by the way, Chisholm lead reels. They are super skookum, good stuff. I know a lot of people have told me, I've never had this experience, but after a while the bearings will get bad in these reels and they'll start arcing out on the inside. So I haven't had that problem with these, and if you can read it down there, which you probably cannot, but they're made in the US. Very good reels. But one thing that I've liked that I've done with this truck is I put it inside the bed so they're not exposed to the elements. Plus, close this door, lock it, you can't tell there's any leads in there. So, you know, people stealing your stuff, that's a really good thing to have. Now I've got quick connectors on top of the bed. Now these here are kind of rigged. I made this kind of quick and I need to fix it one day. But got my connectors right here. You just come up real quick. Shoot, I don't think I can do this one hand. There you go. Just quick connect them on there, and you can reverse polarities to run TIG or to run a rod that's on negative ground or positive ground. But yeah, super nice. Some cool things about these reels is that they've got pins right here. I think these are made out of some kind of plastic fiber that they're not grounded. So you can pull these out and lock them anywhere you need to so that your leads don't get drug out too far and they'll stay on there. But very nice. Love these reels. And then up here I've got all my welding rods, and try to keep them in an enclosure or some type. But anyways, that's about it for the boxes. I also have a air compressor on the back, if you can tell. I forget the name of that one. I think it's got 11 horse Briggs & Stratton on it. Old compressor though, still a good one though. And then we're back over here to my baby. This right here is Urza, my butt-kicking welder. But once again, 73 SA200, probably one of the most stable welders I've ever welded with, and it's been quite a few. And they're super tough. This here is the gas-powered one, the one with the I think it's a 2.3 liter Red Sail Continental 4-cylinder, and she can get it done. Super awesome welder. But anyways, that's my whole rig. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention again. It's gonna be a lot of that. Sorry. The umbrella that I've got on the back of the truck, also mounted one on the front of the crane up here, so I can stick the umbrella in the crane, and the extension comes out another 6 feet, I think. So I can put the umbrella within 20 feet of the truck in, well, 3 directions. So pretty awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole rig, and I hope it gives you some ideas if you're building your own to do it. Now, I know what you're thinking, you know, oh man, you got a super awesome setup. Well, I waited a long time for it too. I'm gonna show you what I started with. Y'all probably seen it, my old 57 GMC. Literally everything I've done with this truck, I did with this one. And it, like I said before, this right here was my first workhorse, my first pickup really. And just because she's old doesn't mean that she ain't able. I know I've done things with this truck I probably should have never done, but I pulled that welder with it. Pulled both of those auction settling and the reels. I did everything with it. But yeah, had the Montezuma toolbox, if you can tell on the back, and that's just the way I rolled there for a while. But heck yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all. You don't have to start big in order to do cool stuff with it.